along to my YouTube channel, Skool Gunner. Welcome to my live stream of Arsenal's season, this season so far. I'm going to do a look ahead to the games we face in the next week or so. Of course, on Monday, this Monday, so in 1 week, guys, we are facing Crystal Palace at the Emirates Stadium. I'm going to take a look ahead to those two matches, guys. The first game against Crystal Palace and the next game against Aston Villa. But first, I just want to start with the usual, guys. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed to my channel since 2018, since I started, guys. Thank you for all your likes, your subscribes, your comments. I really appreciate it. Smash the like in this video for me. Smash the subscribe to the old Skool Gunner. And with further ado, guys, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Just turn off the fan here, guys. I'm in Venezuela, it's pretty hot. Alright, guys, I hope the sound is better for you. Like I said, guys, I'm going to look ahead to our two Premier League games. Let me just get this up here, guys, on the Premier League site. I want to go back to Arsenal news. Alright, let's see what's going on. Of course, like I said, in a week, on Monday, Arsenal are playing Crystal Palace at the Emirates Stadium. That's going to be a massive, massive game for the club when you consider the start we've had. For those that don't know, I'm just going to go through the standings around the game. Arsenal currently find themselves in 11th place. We have 7 games played, 3 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. We've got 10 points. Goals scored 5, goals conceded 10. So we're at -5, guys, goal difference. We drew the last game against Brighton, of course. That was a very hard game away to Brighton. Now we've got Crystal Palace and then we've got Aston Villa. I'm just going to talk a little bit about those two games, how it's looking for us, and what it's going to be like. The Crystal Palace game for me is an incredibly, incredibly tough game. It's going to be a real 6-pointer. Of course, we face our ex-player and Arsenal legend, Patrick Vieira, is now actually managing. So, interesting stuff there, guys. It's going to be a real 6-pointer against Palace at home. I think we can win the game 2-1. That's my prediction. The game against Villa, in my opinion, will be much harder. But let's talk about that Crystal Palace game first. They, for me, have a serious, serious team. Let me just check their position in the league before we get into that. Arsenal, like I said, are in 11th on 10 points. Palace went 14th on 7 points. They played 7. They've won 1. It looks like they've drawn 4 and they've lost 2. They have a lot of draws there, guys. One of those draws in particular against Brighton was very unlucky as Brighton equalised in the last minute. So they almost have 2 wins, guys. They're a dangerous team. I mean, we can't afford to take them lightly. They're going to be well up for it. And Patrick Vieira is going to be very happy to be back at the Emirates. Of course, he retired. He moved on from Arsenal Football Club in 2005. His last game for us was that FA Cup win against Manchester United. He actually scored a winning penalty. So 16 years later, he's coming back as manager to face his former club. So it's quite interesting. It's going to be a real 6-pointer, a very tough game. Like I said, I reckon Arsenal are going to win it, but really couldn't go anyway. The next game against Aston Villa, for me, is going to be much, much harder. They're 1 place above us in the league. They have exactly the same games played, results, and points as us. 7 played, 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses, 10 points. So Villa are on exactly the same as us. They have just a better goal difference. They're in 10th, we're in 11th, Palace in 14th. It's definitely going to be a harder game against them, in my opinion. Ollie Watkins, Danny Ings, they're a real handful. I mean, we'll never forget last season, guys, and the way that they played against us. We got completely shown up in that game. So we just have to see the way it goes. Ollie Watkins, incredible player. But I would stick with the 4-2-3-1 that we have been playing. And of course, the team really picks itself, in my opinion. In goal, Aaron Ramsdale. The back 4, considering this is going on with everybody's fit, guys. Aaron Ramsdale in goal, the back four. Left back, Kieran Tierney. Centre of defence, of course, Ben White and Gabriel. Right back, Tomiyasu. The two in the midfield, I would have Thomas Partey and Sammy Lokonga. Then above that, of course, we have Emile Smith-Rowe, Martin Odegaard, and Saka. And then the full forward, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Of course, Granit Xhaka is out for 3 months, guys, after he did his knee ligament. So, yeah, it is what it is, guys. Tough going. That's all there is about it. Yeah, it's going to be a very difficult game, but I would stick with that formation in those two matches against Palace and against Villa. We're home in both those games, both games at the Emirates Stadium. When you consider the start that we had, we really, really, really need to get to 6 points. We lost the first three. We find ourselves down in 11th. Our aim this season should be to get back into Europe. Whether that's possible or not, it remains to be seen. But that should be our aim, without a doubt. All right, guys. Let me know what your predictions are for those two matches. I think we can win the Palace game. I think 2-1. The Aston Villa game is going to be tough. I think it'll be a score draw, to be honest. Or as much as I hate to say it, I think Villa will beat us. It's going to be a very hard game. Right, I'm just going to go on, guys, and talk a little bit about the news. Everything surrounding Arsenal Football Club. Like I said, guys, smash the like in this video for me. Smash the subscribe to the Old School Gunner and comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to turn on the notifications that you get notified every time I upload content. Say no more about it. Alright, guys, let's move on. I see a lot of people are watching at the moment. Welcome. Comment if you feel you want to in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking, and let me know what you think about Arsenal's performances and how these are going to work out for us. Alright, let's move on past that. Let me just check something there quick, guys. I'll wait you 1 second. Hello to the one person watching out there. How are you getting on? Hope you're enjoying the live stream so far. Comment for me there and let me know what you think so far. What do you think about Arsenal's chances in the next 2 Premier League games? Let me know what you think about that. Alright, let me just crack it on there. Alright. Okay. That's it, guys. So, let's see what's going on with that. The Arsenal news, basically, there's been many news stories connected with the club, but the way it's looking, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, we are being linked with him, that he could actually come back to the club in January. I don't know why. I don't know what it is with our club right now. Is it because they think we can't get better players or what's going on? But we had Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain at the club and he left. Alexis Sanchez, he left. Chamberlain went to Liverpool. Sanchez went to United. Ramsey went to Juve. Then you have Jack Wilshere. He left the club. And for some reason, we're being linked with all of these players again, these former players, that they might come back. In my opinion, apart from Oxlade-Chamberlain, I wouldn't take any of them back. The guy that I would least like to see at the club, of course, is Judas, Alexis Sanchez. You know what I mean? His career since he left Arsenal has been laughable, and I've been laughing every step of the way watching him suffer, guys. He's a nothing player. He's a Judas. I wouldn't take him back. Not in a million years. Aaron Ramsey, no thanks. Jack Wilshere, he's Arsenal through and through, but he's not what we need. The only guy, like I said, I'd take back would be Oxlade-Chamberlain because he's top drawer and he's still at his peak. He's just not be getting playing time, guys, and that's why he's looking to leave Liverpool. But yeah, I would accept Chamberlain back in a heartbeat. Say no more about it. 100% take him back. Yeah, he's a great player. The way he left the club, he wanted to move forward. He wanted to progress. I appreciate that. But if he came back to the club, I would be more than happy with that. Yeah, that's the way it is right now. With other team news, Leno, it looks like he could be making way in the January transfer window, guys. I honestly don't think he's going to be getting his place back from Aaron Ramsdale. I don't think that's possible. Not this season anyway. Ramsdale is banging form. He's top of his game. And I honestly can't see that happening. But let me know what you think about that. Comment in the comment section below what you think about Aaron Ramsdale so far this season. And let me know what you think about the main man, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I mean, he was a fantastic player for Arsenal. I was a big fan of his. I would love to see him back at the club. Comment in the comment section, guys, and let me know what you think about Chamberlain coming back to Arsenal. Would you accept him? Would you like to see him back at the club? And where do you think he would play? Man, I would put him, he can be Granit Xhaka for all I care once we don't take Granit Xhaka back. It's as simple as that. So that's it, guys. Other news surrounding the club. The Arsenal ladies team is doing very, very well at the moment. They're top of their game. Say no more about it, guys. The ladies team are doing well. Thank you to the 2 people that are tuning in watching now. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Let me just get up the Arsenal news there. Recap. Alright. Of course, there's been no Premier League action over the weekend, as you know, guys, because of the international football. To the 2 people watching, feel free to comment in the comment section. Let me know so far. And I was just talking about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Rumours are he'll come back to Arsenal in January, in the January transfer window, the next transfer window. Let me know what you think about that. Would you like to see Chamberlain back at the club? I definitely would, without a doubt. I would love if he came back. But like I said, there's been no Premier League football due to the international break. We are still in the bottom half of the table, in 11th place, 10 points, 7 games played, 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. The next 2 Premier League games we are at home against Crystal Palace and Aston Villa. The Crystal Palace one for me is going to be a very interesting game when you consider that our ex-player, legend, Patrick Vieira, is now the coach, is now the manager at Crystal Palace. It makes for a very, very interesting game. I think we'll all agree with that. Okay. A number of players have been in action though with their nations. Luckily, our centre-back pairing of Gabriel and Ben White have not been picked for international duty this time round. So that's a good thing for the club. It looks Bukayo Saka and Thomas Partey both scored in internationals on Saturday, netting for England and Ghana respectively. So that's a good thing. There's plenty of transfer news involving Mikel Arteta's side. As Alexander Lacazette's future at the Emirates remains in question with Newcastle United. With Newcastle United, who are now the richest club in the Premier League, following their takeover last week, reportedly interested in the Frenchman. So Newcastle United could be making a move for Lacazette. They are now the richest club in the Premier League. I'm going to touch on that later about Newcastle United. Just talk about the Arsenal news, and then I'll finish on the Newcastle. All right, let's see what's going on. Burnt Leno, like I said, I was just talking about earlier. I don't think he's going to get his place back from Aaron Ramsdale. I think he's surplus to requirements at the club. Juventus are actually targeting the player at the moment, the German international. He's not, of course, the first choice for Arsenal anymore. He was never the first choice for Germany. He's still behind Manuel Neuer in the pecking order. There's a report coming in claiming that the Italian outfit Juventus are currently unhappy with the performance of their current goalkeeper, Wojtek Szczesny. It all comes back to Arsenal at the end of the day, guys. Ex-Arsenal player, Polish international, Wojtek Szczesny. Juve aren't happy with him. They're going to make a move for Leno in the coming months. The one thing I'd say for them, they're not... Leno's not as good as they think, but he risks losing his international place, his place in the German squad. That's why he's going to make a move. If he doesn't reclaim his number 1 spot at Arsenal, he's going to lose his place in the German squad. We are being linked with a replacement for Granit Xhaka. They say that Mikel Arteta might have a player lined up, but they're not saying who. Xhaka, of course, is currently sidelined for 3 months with a serious knee injury that he picked up in the win over Tottenham a couple of weeks back, the 3-1 victory over Spurs at the Emirates. Only 1 injury at the moment, guys. That's going to Xhaka, so we can be thankful for that. Just a quick update on Oxlade-Chamberlain, guys. Like I said, he's been linked to Arsenal. Maybe he'll come back to the club in the January transfer window. I, for one, would like to see him come back. I would be happy if he came back to the club. There are 2 people watching. Let me know what you think about it. What you think of Granit Xhaka. People saying personally they don't believe, I'm looking at some of the comments here, they don't believe that actually he's a player we should be looking at. I would be all for him coming back, to be honest. He's definitely a lot better than anything we have at the club, and anyone that says any different, they're not living in reality, in my opinion. He's a good player. He hasn't been getting game time at Liverpool. They have a fantastic team. They have an array of talent. So I would like to see him back at the club, without a doubt. There's a picture of him here celebrating with Mikel Arteta back in the day. Yeah, but I would love to see him come back. We're going to need somebody in January, guys, because it's the African Nations Cup. Mohamed El Neni and Thomas Partey will be leaving for a month or so with the African Cup of Nations. If they progress, of course, there's potentially some opportunities there in the midfield. Hopefully El Neni will leave and never come back. That would be absolutely fantastic. If El Neni just left, guys, didn't come back, I would be delighted. But they're looking to fill a gap, I think, with Chamberlain. Definitely. See what's going on. Reece Nelson, guys, currently a Feyenoord, getting a bit of praise. And Nesri interest. We're being linked again with the Sevilla player. He's the Sevilla centre forward. Youssef Nesri, the number 15 for them. Arsenal are reportedly interested in signing him. That's been going on for like 2 weeks or so now. And that's why we hear these slight rumours and nothing else but that. We do need an out-and-out striker. We do need a forward. We're seriously lacking in that department. 7 league games, 5 goals scored, 10 conceded. And the forwards aren't to blame for the 10 goals we conceded. Well, not all the time anyway. But they've only scored 5 themselves. And I mean, from 7 games, 5 goals, that is absolutely a pathetic return. Absolutely pathetic. Even the games we won, apart from the Spurs game, we were free flowing in the first half there with 3 goals. But apart from that, guys, say no more about it. I see the former Arsenal midfielder Fabrice Mumba. He's revealed that the Arsenal's academy system is different to when he was a Haaland player. He said it was very strict. Kevin Campbell has come out and issued a warning to Gabriel Martinelli, telling him to take his chances under Mikel Arteta. Martinelli is only 20, Campbell said. He's learning his trade. Arsenal cannot do wrong by signing a top young international striker like Watkins or Calvert-Lewin. Lacazette will not be there next season. That's something Kevin Campbell thinks is 100% positive. He will not be there. I agree with that. Martinelli will get his opportunities. The key is taking them. I'd agree with that. Martinelli has become very frustrated since he came back from the Olympics. Since Brazil won the gold, he helped Brazil win the gold medal at the Olympic Games. Has become very frustrated and disillusioned because he thought he was going to be a regular starter in the first team. Of course, it's not turned out like that, unfortunately. It's not worked out like that for the player. To the one person watching, if you want to write a comment in the comment section, it would be nice. Let me know what you think about everything I've been talking about Gabriel Martinelli, about Alexander Lacazette. And like I said, our next 2 Premier League games are at home to Crystal Palace and to Aston Villa. Let me know what you think about that, how you think those games are going to go. I personally think the Crystal Palace game is there for the taking. Villa, I expect to be a struggle. I expect to be a tough game. We're currently in 11th. Villa are 1 place above us. They're ahead of us on goal difference. We both have 10 points. So they're 10th, we're 11th. Palace are on 7 points, back in 14th place. Aaron Ramsey, they say he could be kept a make weight in the Juventus transfer. They're trying to get Paul Pogba, so maybe he'll go to United. Hopefully not. I would hate to see him at United. William Saliba is meant to be playing absolutely out of his skin for Marseille at the moment. He's had a loan move there to Marseille. He said it was just what he needed. He's been playing fantastically, great performances. So it would be great to see him at some point come back to the club. Next season, of course, he's continuing to impress on loan in League One with Marseille. It would be great to see him come back. See, Smith-Rowe recently played for England under 21s. They drew 2-2 with Slovenia, and he looked very disappointed after the game. Andrea Bellotti, Arsenal will be linked with him. Torino in Serie A are not against selling him in the January transfer window. He has less than 12 months remaining on his contract in Turin and is reportedly wanted by Arsenal. He's a striker too, guys. So you've got En-Nesyri, you've got Bellotti. We definitely need more firepower in the club, and we need a DM without a doubt. Against Brighton, it showed up like a sore thumb. The midfield position, we had in respect to them Thomas Partey and Sambi Lokonga, but both of them were overrun by the Brighton midfield. We were lucky to get away with a point in that game. Really lucky to get away with something in that game. So let's see. Arteta has had a 1-year mission he's been talking about since he took over the club. People are saying if he completes the signing of Oxlade-Chamberlain in January, that mission will be complete. Could they be reunited at Arsenal in January? Who's to say? People are saying that we could be going for Cantwell, Norwich City striker Todd Cantwell. First I heard about it, but he's looking to part company. His contract at the Canaries at Norwich City expires actually in the summer. He's looking to part company with the Carter Road-based team, yeah. Jeez, I don't know. I'd prefer to go for Belotti, to be honest, than it is him. Sol Campbell has described the rise of reported Arsenal target Ollie Watkins as unbelievable. Watkins has been linked with a move to the Gunners recently following his fine form for Villa over the past 12 months. TalkSport were actually talking to Campbell, and he told him that Watkins has played really well, hasn't he? I remember when I was at Macclesfield and he came through via Exeter. He's done unbelievable. He then went to Brentford, and now he's in the Premier League. I think he's on his place for England. To the two people tuning in, I'm just talking about the players, the strikers that Arsenal have been linked with. Ollie Watkins, En-Nesyri, Belotti in the Serie A. There's a lot of players that we're being linked with at the moment. Comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Don't forget to smash the like in this video for me. Smash the subscribe to my YouTube channel, Skool Gunner, and comment in the comment section below. And let me know what you think about Arsenal's 2 upcoming games. We've got 2 games coming up, guys. One is on Monday, so in a week's time. We're at home to Crystal Palace. The following one is the following Premier League Day, the following weekend. We're actually playing, I think it's on a Friday, we're actually playing Aston Villa at home. So hopefully we can get something out of those 2 games. We need to take the 6 points, I'm going to be perfectly honest, because of the start we had in the league. It's been a tough start. 3 defeats in a row, 3 wins, and now a draw against Brighton. We honestly need to be doing something now. Need to be moving forward in regards. Alright, guys. Just looking around on the ground there because earlier we spotted a scorpion. Fortunately, we had to kill it, guys. There was no other way to do it. But we had to kill the scorpion, so I'm just every little thing I hear now, I'm looking around in case I see another one. They're extremely dangerous for any of you not know about the scorpion. If you get stung by one of them guys, you're in a world of trouble and a world of pain. So I'm just looking around there hoping the scorpion's not crawling around the place. Because where there's one, there's two, you know what I mean? It's the season now here. It's October. It's raining a bit and they're coming in. If we get Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in January, Thierry Henry has already advised Mikel Arteta about the Liverpool man. Arsenal, of course. Thierry Henry is an absolute legend and an icon for the club. All-time top scorer, arguably the greatest player to ever play for Arsenal Football Club. He already told Mikel Arteta how to use Chamberlain if we do resign the Liverpool midfielder. He's been linked with a return, guys. He hasn't been getting playing time under Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. They have a wealth of talent in their squad. So, of course, it's tough for him to break into the midfield again. Yeah. He spent 6 years at Arsenal until 2017, guys. Then he moved on to Liverpool, but he's fallen down the pecking order under Jurgen Klopp. He has struggled with injury problems throughout his time at Anfield. And as I said, 2 years remaining on his contract with the Reds, his future is uncertain. Yeah, he's had a lot of injury problems. I don't know, would you take him, guys? I mean, when he's been having a lot of injury problems, I don't know, would we take him? I mean, all the injury problems he's been having. He's got another 2 years on his contract and he's already looking to leave. I mean, that tells you all you need to know. And when he's injury prone like he is and he's having all these injury problems, I don't know, I was saying I would be interested in taking him, but I mean, it would want to be a seriously good price for the club and they'd want to have some assurances that, you know, he can get over these injury problems. Because the last thing we need is a sick note. Spursy. We do a Spursy on it like a player like Darren Anderton back in the day, you know. That's basically the way I see things. If he's going to be injured all the time, I don't know what I'd be into that, to be honest. Yeah. Klopp has been playing him in the centre midfield, to be honest. Arsenal, he was on the right-hand side of the midfield. But yeah, it is what it is. He seemingly prepares to play in the middle, in the centre. We could actually do with somebody in there because we are struggling. And in January, in the African Nations Cup, we're going to be missing a couple of the guys. They're going to be over on African Nations Cup duty. So we could do with Chamberlain. No doubt about it. I see there's a couple of people watching out there. Comment in the comment section, guys, and let me know what you think about what I've been talking about, what you think about the Crystal Palace game, and what you think about the Aston Villa game. Thierry Henry says that he feels that Chamberlain is a stronger player when he plays in the centre. Yeah, that's like giving Arteta a bit of advice, but we all know Arteta's brain capacity. He doesn't need to take advice pretty well, to be honest. He never takes the advice. So we'll have to see the way that works out. It is what it is, I suppose. If the injuries can be, if his injuries aren't too bad and he's going to be fit to play for the club, I would take the guy back. We have so many different options going on and so many different talking points. I mean, Chamberlain does deserve praise for what he's done at Liverpool. There's no doubt about that. He's been of a short time. We didn't see that clearly at Arsenal. My point is, guys, if I can use the example of Frank Lampard, everyone knew that he was good at. His forte was running from deep, making late runs into the box and scoring goals, and also giving plenty of assists. At Arsenal, there has always been a lot of debate as to what Chamberlain's best position is. One day he was a wing back, one day he was a left winger, one day a right winger, and another day a number 10. That was the problem. We just didn't know. He definitely looks like he's good in the centre of the middle, the centre midfield. If you don't have a good run of games in the team and you don't get settled, somebody's watching. All right. Somebody joined the stream, guys. I've had a couple of people on and off there for the last 20 minutes, half an hour, but somebody has actually come in and joined. Just a second there now. I'll just put that up. Let me see what's going on here. Let me just knock these two out. All right. Okay. Hey, Dre, how are you getting on? What's happening? I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. I'm just talking about some of the players that Arsenal are being linked to at the moment. But the main part of this show is looking ahead to our next two Premier League clashes. The first one, of course, is on Monday week. So 1 week from now, we're home to Crystal Palace. The second game is the week after. I think on the Friday, we're playing against Aston Villa. Let me know how you think those games are going to go, Dre. And what do you think about the news about Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain being linked to the club? That he might actually come back to Arsenal. We might sign him again in January transfer window. He has been a bit disconcerted and unsettled because he hasn't received playing time on the Jurgen club. He's after slipping down the pecking order. Thank you to Dre for joining me. I just want to big up his channel, lads. I know where he is over in London now. It's pretty late. It's like, I think, 1 a.m. It's only 8 p.m. here. I thought I'd go on, do a little bit of a stream as I have time and see who tunes in. I'm just going to big up his channel, guys. Check out his channel. It's Drawn by Dre. Every week he does a possession-based podcast with a couple of friends of his. I have guested on it a couple of times, twice I think. Very enjoyable, very informative. He's a young gooner, guys, and he's got his finger on the pulse of what's going on at the club. Many protests to get Kroenke out, and this young man was there representing all Arsenal fans and doing his best and supporting the protest, the peaceful protest to stand Kroenke out of the club. So big up yourself, Dre. Check out his channel, guys. Drawn by Dre and his possession-based podcast once weekly on the channel, which I have guested on. I found to be very informative. The man knows his football and he knows what's happening at the club. Like I said, he's got his finger on the pulse of what's going on in Arsenal, guys. He knows a thing or two. You know what I mean? So check it out, guys. He's going to be roaring back with his channel very soon. So we'll see what happens with that. Another comment from Dre. Let's just nail it on there. Wouldn't take Ox back as this isn't History Channel. And I like the games on Monday and Friday. I want to see us play often. Yeah, I think you summed it up there now much better than I ever could. It isn't the History Channel. I don't know about you, Dre, but I don't understand what goes on with the actual club. I mean, why? Maybe you can tell me why. We're linked with Chamberlain. We're linked with Alexis Sanchez. We're linked with Wiltshire. He's back training at the club, fair enough. I'm nothing against any of these players, apart from Sanchez. The other players are fine. It's only Sanchez I have a problem with. You know what I mean? Scum. And of course, Aaron Ramsey at Juventus. Now they're saying that Aaron Ramsey could be going to Man United. He could be used as a make-weight in the actual deal to bring Paul Pogba to Juventus. Pogba and cash to Juve. Juve are going to send Ramsey to United as part of that deal. I don't know. I mean, but why are we being linked with all these former players? I mean, players that already play for the club. I would actually, yeah, You wouldn't take Ox back because this isn't the History Channel. The only thing that would stop me is if you were reading about it. He has had non-stop injury problems since joining Liverpool. He has had continuous injury problems. So I don't think he's 100% fit. If we bring him back, it's going to be tough. On a lighter note anyway, I just spotted a scorpion there in the bathroom, and unfortunately we had to kill it. So what do you think about that, Dre? My God, man, I tell ya, scorpions, they're so dangerous. I mean, everybody was freaking here in the house when they saw the scorpion. They were bugging out big time. But we took care of business, and we unfortunately had to kill the poor scorpion. But they're deadly. I mean, and everyone here was wearing sandals because we're in Venezuela. Scorpions, don't mess around with them. I saw him there. He's deadly. Anyway, he's dead now anyway, thank God. But yeah, good commentary. Get back to the football, guys. Move away from the whole scorpion story, me getting attacked by a scorpion in the bathroom. Now it's scorpion season in Venezuela, so you just got to watch your back. You know what I mean? We all wear sandals, like I said, because it's very hot. So you got to be wide. You got to watch out. Yeah, the whole Oxlade-Chamberlain thing, like I said, why do we keep getting linked with players that have played for the club before? It's like we're going back in time, man. Like we said, it's not the History Channel. We keep going back in time and trying to get these players. Big up to Dre for tuning in. I appreciate it. I see there's another couple of people watching there. If you want to comment, guys, be my guest. But yeah, check out the man's channel. It's drawn by Dre. He does a possession-based podcast once a week with a couple of buddies. I have guested on it twice. I found it very informative, and it's a fast-moving show. You would like it, guys. You should check it out. He's up and coming. He's an up-and-coming gunner. He's got a very good channel. He's got his finger on the pulse. Check it out, guys. Do yourselves a favor. Of course, smash the like to mine. My channel is Who Gunner. Smash the subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to click on the notifications, that you get notified every time I upload some content like I am now, that you get notified about it. I'm just going to big up another couple of YouTubers. Of course, I bigged up John by Dre. I'm going to big up Arsenal Alex. Check out his channel, guys. He does a lot of match previews, reviews, the whole lot, guys. Player ratings. Check out his channel. It's Arsenal Alex. Check him out on Instagram. It's Arsenal Alex and the number 1. Do yourselves a favor. The next guy I'm going to talk about is actually, it's a couple of guys. They have a channel. One of them is Stapes. He comes regularly on here, commenting, viewing. He has a channel with 2 of his friends called the 3 Pointers TV. So check out their channel. Do yourselves a favor, guys. It's a very good channel. Another up-and-coming channel. The 3 guys, they do watch-alongs. They do match previews, match reviews. You name it, guys. They're very entertaining. So check out the 3 Pointers TV, guys. And the next guy is Warren from Warren's Team Talk. Check out his channel, Warren's Team Talk. Very informative. He's been an Arsenal fan since 1972. He travels around grounds all over England, and he tells stories that he's had on his travels visiting different grounds. Arsenal fan since 1972, guys. Die-hard Gooner. Check out his channel, Warren's Team Talk. I think that's it. You have Drawn by Jay's channel, Arsenal Alex, Warren's Team Talk, 3 Pointers. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Really, that's everybody that's on the WhatsApp group with us. Goonercast, that's another one I wanted to mention. He's actually a South African Gooner based in South Africa. Goonercast is his channel. He does watch-alongs, previews, reviews, and reaction, analysis, the whole lot. So check out his channel, Goonercast. All right, guys. Yeah, things are going to be quiet now on the old channel, but like, it's late enough. You know what I mean? It's 8 p.m. here where I am in Venezuela. In Europe, it's like 1 a.m. So yeah, I want to thank John by Dre for tuning in. I appreciate it. It's very late over there where he is in London. So thank you for tuning in, my friend. I appreciate it. And once again, guys, check out his channel, John by Dre, and his possession-based podcast. Do yourselves a favor. He has a good channel, very good content, and he knows what time it is. This young man has supported all of the protests against Stan Kroenke. He's been there, and he's supported the club in their hour of need when they needed him, guys. Say no more about it. Pick up yourself, Dre. All right, guys. Just going to talk a little bit about those 2 games coming up again. Of course, we have Crystal Palace, and then we have Aston Villa. My predictions for the game, if Dre is still watching, maybe he wants to give his predictions. I think we'll win the Crystal Palace game 2-1. I think the Villa game will be a score draw, maybe 1-1. I think the Villa game is going to be a very hard game. Arsenal currently, of course, in 11th place on 10 points. We played 7, won 3, lost 3, drew 1. On 10 points in 11th place. Villa are 1 place above us, exactly the same, except they got better goal difference. So they have also played 7, won 3, lost 3, drawn 1. 10 points, but they have better goal difference, so they're a place above us. If we could get one over on them, get a win against them, that would take us a good bit up the table. Crystal Palace, they are in 14th place. They've won 1 game. They've got 4 draws and they've got 2 defeats. So they're on 7 points. So, like I said, I don't know what Dre thinks, but I think the first game, the Crystal Palace game in a week, I think we can win that game 2-1. The second game against Villa, I think it's going to be a score draw. I expect it to be a very tough game. If we can control Ollie Watkins, because he is a real menace. Of course, we're being linked to Ollie Watkins now as a striker. Maybe he'll sign for the club. But Ollie Watkins is a real danger for me. If we can control him, we have a chance. Danny Ings, another danger man for Villa. They got the best of us last season. Let's see how it goes this season. Crystal Palace, always a dangerous team. Ex-Arsenal player Patrick Vieira, legend Patrick Vieira. He left the club in 2005, 16 years ago. The last game he played for the club was in the FA Cup final against United. He scored a winning penalty. That was his last game. He is managing Crystal Palace now. So that is going to make for a very interesting clash at the Emirates. Vieira against Arteta. They never played together, of course, in the same Arsenal team. You know what I mean? Vieira stopped playing 16 years ago for Arsenal, so they never played on the same team. It's going to be a very interesting clash. Vieira against Arteta. I honestly would love to see Vieira manage Arsenal and replace Mikel Arteta. I've said this many times since I'm blue in the face, but that's how I see it. I would love to see Patrick Vieira manage Arsenal Football Club and Mikel Arteta be thrown the door. Regardless of the 3 wins we had in a row, guys, before that last draw against Brighton and our last day out, I remain Mikel Arteta out. Even after the win against Spurs, one swallow doesn't make a summer. I am 110% Mikel Arteta out. Why, you may ask? I'm going to tell you no why. Simply because a better manager, for example, Conte, that has that experience, could take the team further. He could get the absolute maximum potential out of the squad, which I don't think Arteta is doing. I don't think he's ever going to be capable of. We will never win the league under Mikel Arteta. Our aim this season, of course, guys, is a modest one. Get back into Europe. That's how I see things. I mean, with the team and the squad we have, I not be negative. I just think the best we can do is to get back into Europe. 2 people watching out there, let me know what you think, guys. But definitely get back into Europe is our aim. We might have got Manuel Locatelli in the close season in the summer transfer window if we had been able to offer him European football, the promise of European football. Because we couldn't, I honestly think that's one of the reasons we couldn't get some better players in at the club. I honestly believe that. If we can offer the players European football when they come to Arsenal, I think it would make a big, big difference. There you have it, guys. You know what I mean? It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, but I definitely think that Mikel Arteta is not good enough to take the team forward. I am 100% Mikel Arteta out. I respect everyone's opinion, but that's mine. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. Are you Arteta in or are you Arteta out? I see there's a couple of people watching now, they're live. Welcome along to the show, guys. Just a quick preview of the 2 games coming up. Our next 2 matches at home to Crystal Palace and to Aston Villa. So let's see how that goes. Talked about it in depth. I think the first game we can win 2-1, home to Palace. Second game at Villa, against Villa at the Emirates, I think it's going to be a score draw. Villa causes all kinds of problems, and I think it's going to be the same again this time. Arteta has a better defence this time. He has a better goalkeeper. The midfield maybe is a little bit improved. Well, it couldn't be worse when Granit Xhaka is not there. I mean, there's no way the team could go backwards and be worse. I mean, Xhaka brings it down to an unbelievably low level. Well, he's out now for 3 months. God shone down on us. Xhaka's not going to play for 3 months. Things are looking good in my opinion. We don't need that player. He's surplus to requirements in my opinion. We can just drive him on out of it. As simple as that. We don't need that player at the club. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you to everybody for tuning into my stream. Thank you to my man, drawn by Dre. another gooner like myself. He has a YouTube channel. I just put up the last comment from him there, guys. This is his channel here, John by Dre. Check out the man's channel. Smash that like for him, guys. Smash the subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to click on the notifications for John by Dre. That every time he uploads, every time he's online, you get notified. Alright, guys? That's important. Click on the notifications bell so that you get notified. Check out his channel, John by Dre. Of course, guys, smash the like in this video for me, the Old School Gunner. Smash the subscribe. And also click on the notifications bell for me, that every time I upload, which I'm doing a lot at the moment, guys, you get notified when I'm live, when I'm streaming, and when I've done a new upload. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. Thank you to my man, John by Dre. Come on, you gooners, Dre. Respect. Take it easy, guys, and see you next time. Come on, you gooners. Peace.